Belgian urbex YouTuber Ciaz, known for exploring abandoned places across Europe, recently experienced a nightmarish adventure that's left both him and his viewers deeply unsettled. Typically, Ciaz's videos feature the exploration of eerie, forgotten structures.
De bedden staan er nog en de gordijnen hangen nog. Deze kamer is wel vet, joh.
But this particular episode took an unexpected, terrifying turn. The video begins with Ciaz and his friends venturing deep into a dense forest, filming their nighttime exploration.
I love when the subtitles are just like foreign language.
As they journey further into the woods, the group begins to hear something unnerving.
Dat is er niet mijn auto of zo, hè?
Despite their growing apprehension, they press on, determined to uncover the source of the disturbing noises.
Hallo? Hallo?
However, their curiosity soon turns to terror. Watch what happens.
Hallo? Wat de... Wat de... Hey!
Watching that again, a woman dressed in a nightgown holding an axe emerges
Whoa.
from the darkness. Shocked and disoriented, the group flees in panic, unsure of what to do next.
Hey!
So they got chased.
Quickly call the police, fearing for their safety.
Ja, ik heb een rode auto met witte letters op de achterkop. Ja. Ja, iets verder, maar ik kan... Moet ik al net...
After a tense wait in the pitch black forest, the police arrive and apprehend the woman.
Ja. Wat wacht je hier aan het doen? Ja, ik bezoek heel vaak verlaten gebouwen. Ja. En ik weet dat hier een verlaten camping is. Ik ben hier 7 jaar geleden nog eens geweest. Ja.
The encounter
What are they just, like, on
with
her
authorities, however,
property?
does little to ease the group's nerves.
Mevrouw, de laatste keer. Hier blijven. Maar wat is het? Je gaat hier blijven. Mevrouw? Nee, dat gaat niet doen. Dat gaat niet doen. Nee, heeft gedaan. Nu is gedaan, ja? Pak je dan.
As the officers question the woman, Ciaz captures a moment of pure fear on camera, his hands trembling as he drinks from a bottle of water. Fortunately, no one was harmed during this harrowing incident, but the unsettling encounter left a lasting impact on Ciaz and his friends. In the aftermath, as the boys regroup in their car, Ciaz recounts the chilling image of the woman kneeling on the ground, surrounded by police, staring
So,
at
like,
him
what the
with a
fuck was the deal with
maniacal
this?
Smile, as if straight out of a horror movie. The vlog continues with Ciaz reflecting on the experience from the safety of his home. He revisits the footage, noting that the woman can be heard shouting threats, warning them to stay out of her woods or face deadly consequences.
Dat is legit wat ze heeft geroepen, maar ik heb maar de helft op beeld. Dus je hoort, vermoord ik jullie.
So they were in her
Reveals
woods.
that the woman had approached their car, removed their license plate and hid it, seemingly with the intent of luring them back into the darkness where she could ambush them. Once again, it's super lucky that no one was harmed during this harrowing incident.
Hallo? Wat de... Wat de... Hey!
Do you love freaky and strange little clips in your feed? Then you'll love our brand new channel, Slaptam Shorts. We post mysterious little clips there every single day, so head on over, hit subscribe, turn on channel notifications.
You like little
Links in the
clips for
description
little
box down below
guys?
there. It's also
You like a little guy?
comments. Alex, the videographer behind the popular TikTok account Camina de Patagonia, is known for capturing breathtaking scenes of nature and wildlife across South America. However, on May 12, 2020, while filming a mountain bike session in the remote mountains of Patagonia, Alex stumbled upon something deeply unsettling. Take a look.
Esto sería el canal que lleva. Uy, un Doberman.
There's a strange figure hanging from a tree.
Uy, un Doberman. Uy, un Doberman.
The unsettling discovery left Alex rattled, unsure of what he had encountered. To this day, Alex remains baffled by what he caught on camera. Theories abound, from the possibility of a creepy doll placed in the tree to scare off hikers, to a more disturbing scenario involving an unhinged local or even a robber lying in wait for an unsuspecting passerby. Despite the mystery, the footage has left a lasting impression on both Alex and his viewers, serving as a chilling reminder that even the most beautiful landscapes can hide.
What was he just climbing the tree? It doesn't look like he was like hiding.
Uy, un Doberman. Uy, un Doberman.
Meandering up this way in the evening.
Novice Wild Camper, an up-and-coming YouTube channel dedicated to wilderness camping in the UK, has posted a series of videos that have left viewers unnerved. In the first video, the camper sets up a hammock deep in a quiet, secluded forest. As night falls,
That's a good
the
idea.
surroundings quickly turn unsettling. The serenity of the woods is broken by strange, unidentifiable noises.
I don't like it here.
The camper, visibly uneasy, attempts to investigate the source of these disturbances, but finds no explanation.
Lots of creatures and animals running around, and twigs on the floor, so you hear everything snapping and cracking and breaking. There's a huge amount of noises around here. I've picked a chestnut tree wood, so there are chestnuts crashing around constantly. Sounds like Bigfoot's throwing rocks at the hammock.
As the night progresses, the situation becomes more alarming. A rock is suddenly thrown near the hammock.
Suddenly by my hammock, a massive, massive thud hits the ground and bounces. And I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed.
And later, a large branch crashes down nearby.
This doesn't land coming down, it bounces towards me. It hit the floor and was still rolling towards me. This place is freaked out.
With his nerves frayed, the camper hastily packs up and leaves the area, vowing to never return. After spending the night in his car, the YouTuber says he spotted a man on the side of the road. Listen as he recalls the eerie conversation he had with this strange man.
And there's a man.
A man. There's a man.
Right by me, and he saw me and he went, "All right." And I was like, "All right." He went, "You been camping in the woods?" I said, "Yeah, just a little hammock camp." And he says, "He went, you're brave." I said, "Why is that?" And he went, "People have done it before, no one's lasted." I said, "What do you mean?" And he just laughed and he went, "You know what I mean."
What the fuck?
Despite his vow to never return to these woods, the story doesn't end there. After several months and a flood of comments from his followers urging him to revisit the site, the camper reluctantly decided to return, this time armed with more advanced equipment, infrared cameras and motion detectors. In the highly anticipated part 2, the YouTuber bravely ventures back into the same forest.
Flame screed quilt.
As he sets up camp and the night falls, the familiar, unsettling noises begin once again.
I feel like a hammock in the woods is the worst setup for this. Why not just be on the ground?
I might switch off for a second. It could just be someone walking a dog or something down the main track. That was close.
Determined to uncover the truth, he starts filming with his new infrared camera. What he captures is nothing short of terrifying.
Nothing around there. What is that? There's two handprints.
There's fresh handprints on a nearby tree. Handprints that weren't there just minutes before.
What the fuck is a handprint?
There's two.
The discovery leaves both the camper and his viewers questioning what exactly is happening in these woods. Is it the work of a prankster, an unknown creature, or something even more sinister?
How long did that
The
last
mystery
for?
remains unsolved, but one thing's clear: these woods are far from ordinary.
There's two handprints.
TikTok user Briscoe Park, a content creator renowned for exploring abandoned and eerie locations.
So
across
couldn't
the
he have
United
just touched it
States, recently
then
shared
for a little while, then-
experience. In this episode, Briscoe Park ventures deep into a remote swamp, far from civilization. As he paddles his canoe through the dark, murky waters, an unexpected and unsettling sound fills the night air.
You guys are brilliant.
According to the user, he was miles away from the nearest town, leaving him with no logical explanation for the sounds. The video has quickly gone viral, with viewers speculating about the origins of the mysterious bells. Could it be a ghostly remnant from a forgotten settlement, or perhaps something even more otherworldly? Whatever the source, this haunting encounter is sure to stick with both Briscoe Park and his audience for a very long time.
Alright guys, we were walking through the woods and right in the middle of this trail.
Sorry, the guy's name is Briscoe Park.
The YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins, run by a pair of identical twins known for exploring remote and dangerous locations, recently uploaded an episode that's left their viewers spooked. In this adventure, the twins are hiking through a dense forest when they stumble upon a mysterious pipe that seems to descend deep underground.
Holy crap guys, check this out. We're back at the mystery pipe. We hear water down there too. There's like a whole river down there or something. Maybe it's a cave.
Their curiosity piqued, the brothers decide to lower a GoPro down the pipe to see where it might lead.
I don't know, let's
Is that a snail on the side of the thing?
Let's see
The
what
fuck?
we can see. Alright.
I think
As
it's a
the camera
snail just
descends
going.
deeper into the darkness, it eventually opens up into a large underground cave network.
AKA a sewer.
However,
You
it isn't
know,
the
a
visuals
fucking
that left the twins
sewer
and
that
their
a pipe
viewers
would go to.
unsettled. It's the sounds. Take a listen.
What the fuck would you expect to hear?
The camera's microphone picks up eerie, unexplainable noises. Sounds like heavy breathing, as if someone or something is lurking in the pitch black darkness. The unsettling sounds continue, growing more and more disturbing as the camera remains at the cave's floor.
I told you. All day.
Eventually, the twins quickly reel the camera back up, unaware of what they've just captured. It wasn't until they reviewed the footage while editing the video that they realised the full extent of what they had recorded. To this day, no one's been able to identify the source of those chilling sounds. Could it be an animal deep within the cave, or something more mysterious? The episode has sparked endless speculation among followers, leaving everyone wondering what truly lies hidden in that underground cavern. Coming up in our last segment in just a few seconds, we take a listen to some truly eerie audio captured deep in the wilderness of New Brunswick, Eastern Canada. But before we do, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on
Truly
channel
eerie
notifications.
audio.
That way you'll be notified every time we drop our freaky and awesome content. Our final clip of the day comes from Reddit user Extra Dimension 276, who shared a chilling piece of footage captured while camping deep in the wilderness of New Brunswick, Eastern Canada, in early 2024.
Damn.
The
How did he
user
say that
was
without
enjoying the
breathing?
tranquility of the woods when they heard an unusual noise. It started with the alarm call of a pileated woodpecker, a common bird in the area. But what followed was anything but ordinary. Take a listen.
What the f was that? I heard some there.
The sound was unlike anything the user had ever heard before. They noted that it didn't match the calls of familiar wildlife such as lynxes or other known predators in the region.
Confirmed
Despite
fake,
their
you say?
efforts to identify the
Yeah,
source, the exact animal behind
So we're getting
the
an ad
growl
right now.
remains a mystery.
Sorry if
The
you're getting
sound
caught
was
in an
so
ad.
intense it seemed to vibrate at a frequency too low for the microphone to fully capture. Could this be an undiscovered creature, or perhaps a rare elusive animal rarely heard in the wild? Whatever the case, this footage has sparked much speculation among those who have watched it, leaving everyone to wonder what lurks in the remote wilderness of New Brunswick.
I mean, New Brunswick is woods, probably all sorts of stuff.
Well, that's the end of the episode.
Hey.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see some more of our stuff,
Road trip incidents. All right. Bye.
how you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Ham. You're about to see some of the
You're about to see.
You're about to witness some of the scariest videos that are trending right now. Let's take a look.
Homeowner Morgan Lambert experienced a terrifying moment when her home security system alerted her to
Morgan
movement in her
Lambert.
living room. On the evening of August 25th, 2024, while relaxing upstairs, Morgan received a notification that sent shivers down her spine. Concerned
Oops,
that
my
a
bad.
burglar
Thank you
might
for
have
saying
broken
that.
into her home, Morgan quickly checked the security feed, and what she saw left her horrified. It's a little after 10 p.m. The security footage shows what appears to be a man standing in the corner of the living room, facing
A
the wall.
man.
At first, it is hard to make out, but if you brighten the image, a distinct figure can be seen standing eerily still.
Eerily still.
Terrified, Morgan and her husband rushed downstairs to confront what they feared might have been an intruder. To their shock, when they arrived, the figure was nowhere to be found. They conducted a thorough search of the home.
I mean, are they saying
with
it's
no sign
ghost
of a
or not?
break-in or any place where a large male adult could hide. The footage has since gone viral, capturing the attention of viewers worldwide. Many expressed their support and concern for the couple, urging them to call the police for a thorough investigation of the property. Others, however, speculated that the incident might have had a supernatural explanation, suggesting that the camera had captured a ghost lurking in their living room. As the debate continues, one thing is clear: this chilling encounter has left Morgan Lambert and her husband, along with many viewers, deeply unsettled and wondering what truly happened in their home that fateful night.
What really happened?
First off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this.
In mid-August 2024, a Tennessee-based ambulance driver named Dupree had an unsettling experience while working the night shift that's since gone viral. Dupree, who was driving back to base, was terrified when he noticed what appeared to be a face in the rearview mirror. Alarmed, he immediately pulled over and began filming to document the bizarre occurrence.
Like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror.
Approaching the ambulance cautiously, Dupree sets his phone down in the front seat for a moment.
I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like,
That's when his camera captures something truly eerie.
What if it just becomes a transformer? Oh, critical error with the 58. God damn.
No, hell no.
The footage shows a dark figure zipping back and forth in the back of the
Almost
ambulance at
5
an unnatural
years.
speed.
Crazy. Transformers. I feel like that would be a cool angle
Clip
for a
sparked a flurry of
Transformers movie.
speculation and debate among
Found
viewers.
footage and then it just
Many
like
believe
kills
that
somebody.
The dark figure is the ghost of a deceased
Or something.
patient who died in this very ambulance.
I swear I see.
Dupree's encounter adds to a growing list of unexplained incidents experienced by night shift workers, particularly those in professions closely tied to life and death. As the video continues to circulate, it raises questions about the possibility of lingering spirits and the haunting of emergency vehicles. Is this a genuine
I think all my
paranormal event,
rewards are
or simply
broken
a
right
trick
now.
of the
Sorry,
light?
Nancy.
Whatever the case, Dupree's footage has certainly captured
See
the
if I can fix that real
imagination of
quick.
many.
Transformers. Robots in
hell no.
disguise.
That's the like drawbridge thing.
Oh, in like a moat.
Hell on Earth, a popular UK-based urban exploration YouTube channel, is known for its eerie and thrilling adventures through long-forgotten places.
Oh man, this is creepy. It's proper creepy. It's like a proper haunted house, isn't it?
In this episode, the team ventures into an abandoned army prison service building belonging to the Ministry of Defence, and the experience quickly takes a sinister turn.
Oh, are we gonna make a point about this being like only third?
As the team enters the decrepit structure, it becomes apparent that the building's been
Decrepit.
unused for a significant period of time.
It is winter, yeah. I've had to walk through this door. Oh, you don't like it? You have a walk.
The eerie silence is broken only by the unsettling sight of numerous dead birds scattered throughout the property.
Mansion. They do look like they've been murdered. And then it says die on the wall. They've been murdered.
Venturing upstairs, they stumble upon a chilling message scrawled across a wall.
Sorry, I was just fixing the streamer bot. I think I fixed it.
Room after room, the disturbing discovery of dead pigeons continues. While exploring one of the upstairs rooms, the team is startled by a voice calling out.
Yep, it's working.
Terrified, they immediately switch off their torches and remain silent.
That's what happens when you cheer 58 bits. A duck flies by.
It soon becomes clear that a security guard is patrolling the property. The guard informs them that the police are on their way, and as they wait, an unsettling conversation takes place. Have a listen.
Alright, we'll just get off.
No, you have to stay there.
Why?
Stay there, police on the way. Stay there. You trespassing, you as well.
Alright, okay.
You as well.
You know, a little bit. I mean,
All
I don't know if
working
you know,
now.
why there are so many dead pigeons?
Because it's the ghosts.
It's the ghost.
That is haunted.
With a straight face, he insists the presence of ghosts is the cause of all the dead birds, leaving the team bewildered.
Because it's the ghosts.
It's the ghost.
That is haunted.
Ghost is going around and cracking.
I'm not serious. That is haunted in there.
So could this old building
Pinch
truly
me
be haunted?
chips.
What's behind
Simple
all these
as.
birds? This episode leaves viewers with more questions than answers as they ponder the eerie occurrences in this long-forgotten Ministry of Defence property.
It says die on the wall. They've been murdered. Seriously, they have been murdered.
TikTok user The Unknown RGV recently posted an eerie video documenting their experience using the infamous geolocation app Randonautica. For those unfamiliar, Randonautica sends users to randomly generated nearby coordinates, asking adventurers to set out with a specific goal in mind. The app gained infamy in 2020 when TikTok user Ugg Henry discovered a dead body in a suitcase while using it, leading to widespread speculation that the app might be cursed and could lead users to danger. In June 2024, the unknown RGV and a group of friends decided to try their luck with the app, following its suggested location in McAllen, Texas.
Yo, KJB.
The app directs them to a dead-end road in
36.
the middle of a field.
Fucking 3 years. Hell yeah. 3 big years.
As they reach their coordinates, they're met with a chilling sight.
There's someone running? No.
Someone or something started running in the pitch dark area.
I haven't heard that fucking AI voice before.
A dark figure can be seen running at full speed in the middle of the field, despite the near pitch black conditions.
Damn, bro. Someone running? He's just running. Dude, that's just too fast, though. It's fast, right? Yes.
The video has since gone viral, with viewers speculating about what the group might have encountered. Some suggest it could just be a person playing a prank, while others believe it might be something more sinister or even paranormal. To this day, the group has no idea what they saw, adding to the growing number of mysterious and eerie experiences reported by Randonautica users.
Oh, there's someone running.
Oh, there's someone running. Yeah, I don't think so.
Here's a
I don't
quick
know
and
about
weird
that
one
one.
from TikTok user JoeJetJing143. It's 3 AM and the user's working the night shift when suddenly he spots this.
Yo, Duende.
Takot naman to. Ano ka?
A strange figure can be seen standing in the middle of the road.
Takot naman to. Ano ka?
The sighting has gone viral, with thousands of comments pouring in trying to make sense of the bizarre nighttime encounter.
Some
viewers
people
have seen
say
small
it's a
man in overalls
Duende.
holding a bat or machete.
Ano ka?
Others, however, just see a coyote standing front on. So where do you land? Tiny knife-wielding maniac or front-facing prairie wolf? Let me know down below.
Takot naman to. Ano ka?
Sticking with eerie nighttime sightings, this next one comes from the TikTok user Tupac the Don. Take a look.
Tupac Adam. Yo, that is a real monster.
The brief clip shows an unidentified animal standing in the road. Naturally, a lot of commenters jump straight to calling this a skinwalker sighting. Other, more grounded
Like the
suggestions said
biggest
it could just
bitch
be
of a
coyote
skinwalker
with
ever.
a severe case of mange. So what do you think? Are you team mange or team skinwalker? Cast
Full
your votes in the
HD,
comments down below.
1080.
Coming up in our last segment in just a few seconds, we take a look at a truly unsettling vacation photo. But before we do, remember to hit that subscribe button, then turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be notified every time we drop our scary and intriguing episodes.
Very intriguing and scary.
Our last eerie sighting of the day was posted to TikTok by Damn That's Creepy. This couple were on vacation when they visited this scenic waterfall. They took several snaps and moved on with their day, not thinking too much about it. However,
Always
later
slapping
that
that
night
ham.
when reviewing the snaps, they were freaked out by what they saw. In one of the photos, a mysterious figure can be seen sitting on a rock in the background. The couple were certain that they were one of the only ones hiking in the area that day and wouldn't have posed for the photo if someone was in the background.
And who
that
took
they
the
were trying
picture?
to capture.
And who took the picture?
Zooming in, the figure looks out of place and appears to be wearing a long flowing white dress. Some viewers even think it looks like the person has wings. So what do you think's been caught on camera here? Love to hear your theories on this one in the comments down below. Over on our second channel, Slaptam Mysteries, we ask the question, did witches stop Adolf Hitler from invading England in World
Did they just make words? They just pull them out of a hat? The fuck, man? We don't have to watch it. No, we don't.
War II? Here's a little snippet of this fascinating episode.
It's all AI.
Well of World War II, a covert gathering of witches convened under the cloak of darkness in the heart of the New Forest. Known only as Operation Cone of Power, their aim was whispered in hushed tones to sway the mind of Adolf Hitler himself. In the shadows of La Massive, they danced with purpose, weaving spells that echoed through the ages. But as history fades into myth, the question remains, did their magic alter the course of war? Or was it merely a figment of collective imagination? Join us as we unravel a tale of power, patriotism, and the secrets buried within the forest's depths.
If you want to get all the baffling details of this mysterious incident,
It's so whack, dude. Like the worst AI ever. Yeah. Oh.
details of this mysterious incident, I'll put some links to the episode in the description box down below there. It's
You see, the Jedi witches who had come to Earth from Dathomir had allied with the English Special Forces to foil Hitler's plots. It was 1940. No, I don't think so. No, sir, I don't think so.
This happened to me just over a year ago at the end of last summer.
What's up, Jeff?
I had just bought an abandoned house in the country. Things hadn't really worked out that well for me in the city, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I was too embarrassed to move back in with my parents. There was nothing particularly special about the house except for the fact that it was located in a very quiet and secluded area.
A very
Apparently,
quiet
a young
area.
married couple used to occupy the house and for whatever reason had decided to vacate the property. It was definitely a fixer-upper, and there was no cell phone service, no
It is
internet
very
or
quiet.
TV, but I really couldn't expect anything more for such a low
It's
price.
just how it is, though.
And I was kind of excited about finally living a life off the grid, at least for a while. The second
That's how
night
it
at the
goes.
house is
Yo,
when everything
Rick
started.
Morby.
I was still having trouble sleeping. You know that feeling you get when you are trying to relax in a strange and unfamiliar place. I guess I was still getting used to it, but that's not the only thing that was keeping me up that night. I tried desperately to rationalize what it could be so I wouldn't have to get out of bed, but eventually my curiosity got the better of me and I found myself peering outside the bedroom window, overlooking the backyard. Unsurprisingly, there wasn't all that much to see except for the dress that had been hanging on the line since I arrived and a black cat that looked like it had just been rummaging through the trash. It was too late to do anything about it now, but as I was about to return to bed, I noticed something that I hadn't noticed the night before. A scarecrow in the middle of the field. I didn't think much of it at the time, but little did I know that it would symbolize the beginning of something very sinister. The following morning, while cleaning up the mess outside, I remembered the scarecrow, but couldn't see it very well from where I was standing and decided to just carry on with some more household chores. By nightfall, I had already forgotten about the scarecrow, and was more preoccupied with keeping myself warm through the night, and I remember the strong howling wind outside that made it feel even colder than the night before. Eventually I did start to doze off, which is when I began to hear the same noise coming from outside. I just assumed that it was the cat again, but when I approached the window, the backyard was completely empty, and I realized the sound was coming from the field just beyond the fence, which immediately drew my attention to the scarecrow and something that completely caught me off guard. I knew for certain there was only one scarecrow in the field the night before. The uncanny revelation that I wasn't alone out there in the country gave me the creeps, and I began to wonder why anyone would place two scarecrows so close together, and why that dress looked so familiar. I couldn't shake this feeling that someone was watching me, from outside. Perhaps it was just someone from a neighboring farmhouse, just trying to help out, or some kind of prank meant to scare me. For the sake of a false sense of comfort, I refused to believe that it was anything more than that, and just headed back to bed to salvage a decent night's sleep. But it wasn't long before I began to hear more strange noises coming from outside. What I witnessed next is something that still haunts me, even today. Both scarecrows now with their heads missing, and the appearance of yet another scarecrow. I felt truly disturbed at this point, and with no way of contacting the police, I decided it would be best just to get in my car and drive to the nearest payphone. But as I was getting ready, I started to hear the excruciating sound of grinding metal, which is when I realized something even more terrifying. Not only had the scarecrow moved closer to the house, it was now looking directly at me. I immediately left the house after that and drove off as fast as I could and didn't stop for at least 5 miles. I haven't been back there since, and I still find myself wondering what might have happened to me had I stayed one more night at that abandoned house.
I mean, was it really abandoned? I don't know, man. Yeah, the audio was really quiet for that one. I don't know. I don't know about that.
This ghost monk sighting is Chad is a popular YouTuber that is well known within the horror and paranormal community for his videos where he explores various abandoned and allegedly haunted buildings throughout the United States. A good chunk of his uploads are detailed explorations of these places which, as you can probably expect, usually result in terrifying finds and creepy encounters. And while a lot of his videos are chilling, there is one that definitely stands out among the rest. In this particular upload to Chad's channel, published in August of 2021, he and his friend Phil venture out to explore an allegedly haunted abandoned hospital in an unspecified location. The near hour-long video is definitely filled with its fair share of chilling moments, and one of them comes around the 15-minute mark while Chad is showcasing a handful of notes he finds scattered across a table. Watch this.
Special delivery This is somebody's handwriting. Elsa?
This is someone's
Special
handwriting.
delivery.
Yeah, obviously,
This is
Chad.
somebody's handwriting. Elsa?
Even though the sound definitely spooked him, he nevertheless finds the courage within himself to push forward with the investigation. About 15 minutes later, Chad is walking down a long and deserted corridor.
Guys,
which
this is
in
gonna
and of
sound
itself is
crazy,
quite
but I think
unsettling.
someone
But
wrote
what happens
this.
down this corridor is far creepier.
What do we have here? I got away from Phil somewhere. Whoa, what the? I get it. You've been messing with me this whole time. What the? Oh man. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's freaking still moving.
What is it?
What's happening over here, man?
What is happening
I
here?
thought I just heard something. My camera's going out of focus. Where are you?
Although he never comes into physical contact with anything in his investigation, his piece of footage is still a reminder why you should be cautious when exploring these places. This next video, uploaded to YouTube by the user Jamie Chemo, opens up with a title card that reads, "In 1999 there were reports of sounds from a small animal that both care workers and elderly residents said sounded like a cat. Failing to find the animal, the care worker sent in the caretaker to try and find the cat because it was heard meowing very often at night. 2 weeks passed with no signs of the animal, so the caretaker set up a laptop with a webcam to see if it was roaming the hallways of the old people's home, Norton Hall. The following footage is what was captured on the caretaker's laptop web camera. Take a look." This is definitely a chilling video, and if indeed 100% authentic, it proves
This
that
video
cats and pets
is
in general
for
can come
chilling.
back as ghosts. Of course, there's a chance that this video is fake, as with any video on the internet that you can find. But it could also be real. What do you think? Is this genuine footage
Could
of
be
a ghostly
fake,
cat
but
roaming the
could be
hallways of
real.
an old folks' home? Or is this just a setup? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Over on the YouTube channel Paranormal Planet, the crew ventures out to the 1790 Inn located in Savannah, Georgia, which is supposedly haunted. The video starts off with the cameraman stating that before the camera started rolling, he and the rest of the team have already been experiencing some creepy activity, such as banging noises, and even a dresser that allegedly vibrates all on its own. The team wants to see if they can capture these events on film for their subscribers to see. Although the crew is unable to film the aforementioned events happening again, they actually managed to film something that is much more unsettling and chilling. Take a close look at this doll and see if anything about it seems unnatural to you.
Oh my god. No. The doll's knocking.
The movements may have been minute, but if you look closely, you can see that the doll definitely moves all by itself. After this happens, the video ends fairly quickly, so we are unable to get any in-depth thoughts from Paranormal Planet on this situation. But I certainly think it's safe to say that they won't be coming back to this haunted hotel anytime soon.
Yeah, safe to say.
Posted a video to a personal account in December of 2020, which showcases footage from a surveillance camera which is pointed toward a graveyard that is located next door to her. As soon as she clicks play on the footage that was filmed, it is clear right away what she is freaked out by. Take a look at the footage and see for yourself.
Why would the glass break?
This kind of weird movement happens for about a minute, and the strange ghost-like figures never completely disappear from the camera's sight. Unfortunately, this is the only video that Helen has ever posted on her YouTube channel, so there have not been any updates posted anywhere online. What do you guys think was caught by Helen's surveillance camera? Is there a completely mundane explanation to this, or could this be something paranormal? Ghost or not, this is definitely something you wouldn't want to see after
Ghost
viewing
or
the security
not?
camera footage.
Someone knocked a vase off the table. Okay. Does happen. It's ghosts.
Sometimes the most simplistic videos can still end up being quite unsettling, much like this next clip published to YouTube all the way back on January 17th, 2011, by a channel appropriately titled Scary Videos. The video, which runs at a breezy 12 seconds, was filmed outside in front of a rustic abandoned-looking castle that is seemingly in the middle of the woods at an undisclosed location. However, this seemingly random video takes a seriously dark turn in just a matter of moments.
Oh my god, that is a seriously dark turn.
Did you see it? Around the 9-second mark in the video, a creepy monk can be seen standing around outside looking completely motionless, much to the shock and terror of the person recording the video. Not much is known about the footage, sadly, other than that it was filmed outside and seemingly near a castle in the middle of the woods. Due to the obscurity of the video, we can't know for sure which country it was filmed in, but based on the accents that can be heard in the background, England would be my best guess. One commenter suggests it was filmed at Barry Pomeroy Castle in Devon, England, and based on images of that location, it certainly looks very similar to the one featured in the old video. If this ghost monk sighting is real, then we can only hope that whoever was filming the video was able to make it out of there in one piece. These next 3 videos are all coming from a TikTok user named Skateboard Chris, who seems to be going through quite the ordeal with the paranormal. Each video documents some truly scary things, so let's dive right into the first clip. At the start of the first video, he explains that a day before, he and his cousin pulled out a Ouija board and started messing around with it. Of course, as I'm sure you can imagine, that turned out to be a gigantic mistake. At first, all seems to be okay with Chris, but then things start to pick up from there. Listen to the bizarre noises that soon follow whenever Chris sets up his camera to record.
I heard it, but I didn't see it. I still hear it.
Yeah, I'm a skater boy. I guess you could say I'm skating. And these ghosts are hating.
You can hear that, can't you? I can. Sound like tapping. Everybody's like, oh, it's the hutch. It's the hutch.
Something that's also quite interesting to note is that one commenter wrote that he heard the words "get out" about 8 seconds after Chris said that he heard tapping noises. Listen closely. And obviously, a tripod falls over all by itself at some point. In the second video, Chris explains that he was moseying around the kitchen because he couldn't get to sleep, so he decided that he would clean some dishes so he could have something to do. But as he's about to find out, he can't even seem to do that in peace.
What is he doing? He's like not even...
It's like the second time tonight.
It's like the second time. It's like plumbing's fucked up.
He also explains that a little bit before this happened, he also heard the shower in his house running downstairs for an unspecified amount of time. Whatever this ghost is, it definitely seems to like water for some odd reason. The third and final video that we'll be looking at today from Skateboard Chris
So your plumbing
was
is
seemingly
completely
filmed very late
destroyed.
at night.
I don't know,
At the start
my
of the
sink
footage,
keeps
we
fucking
can see
up.
Chris talking to
You
his dogs.
destroyed all the pipes
He
in your
said he had
house.
the camera up because he was going to do a
Yeah, I
live
sold
stream,
them all.
but ultimately decided not to as he was too tired. However, it's not too long later in which something very bizarre happens. The rest of the footage shows Chris trying to figure out what to do, obviously quite scared and worried. To this day, it's unclear as to what exactly Chris is dealing with, but it definitely seems quite serious. Was this really all the result of him and his cousin playing around with that Ouija board? If so, Chris is probably going to regret that decision for the rest of his life. If you frequently scroll around on TikTok's horror community, then you're likely familiar with a man on the platform known as Old Folky John, who frequently uploads videos of terrifying things that occur
Oh yeah,
to
I know him.
in
I
his
know that
day-to-day
man.
life.
No, what? Who?
This particular video, however, may be one of the scariest ones he has uploaded to this day. The video, filmed back in February of this year, shows John walking around outside in the middle of the night. So far, pretty normal, right? Well, that all takes a seriously sinister turn when it becomes crystal clear that John is definitely not alone out there in the middle of the darkness. Take a look. A terrifying creature suddenly begins to materialize in the distance, much to the horror of everyone who watched the clip online. Sadly, the footage ends right after John makes this startling discovery. The creature definitely appears to be quite large in height and quite lanky as well. What in the world could this creature possibly be, and what did it want with John? Let's just hope that it never comes after him again, whatever it is.
Yeah, that was a close one.
This first video that comes to us today starts off with a chilling bang. The video in question was posted to TikTok by a user named Monikita Official on January 20th of this year and is terrifying. At the start of the video, a woman can be seen panicking and moving around, seemingly getting scared of something that's outside. The videographer then moves a bit closer to the window and passes the camera to the panicked woman. She films outside, and it's right then and there that we finally see what's scaring the woman so badly. Take a look.
Let's take a look. It's a double chocolate chunk chocolate cookie.
Way far off in the distance, a pair of glowing red eyes can be seen staring at the TikTok
AJ,
user, while she
what do you think about
continuously
that?
screams in panic and fear.
Is this gonna
before the
doom
video
or a
eventually ends
boom?
abruptly, leaving us all to wonder what happened to this woman and her family afterward, and whether or not she called anyone for help. It's unclear as to what was staring back at this family with those terrifying red eyes, but it's definitely creepy, and I can only hope that she at least called the police to get them to come out there and investigate the area. That is, if the clip isn't a hoax. Let me know what you guys think. Janitors play a crucial and often underappreciated role in maintaining the functionality and cleanliness of various spaces, be it schools, offices, hospitals, or other public facilities. You'd think that janitors have a relatively safe job, seeing as how they simply clean and maintain things. But as it turns out, this video by TikTok user SkiBoy2Digit proves that sometimes even janitors can get targeted by the paranormal. In the video, the janitor in question can be seen walking around in the hall, videotaping his surroundings. At first, nothing out of the ordinary seems to be happening to him, but that all changes relatively quickly.
Sir Spooks really
Then
hates
enters a
janitors.
classroom that has some
Fucked
balloons
up.
in it, but he says that it's this particular red one in the corner that's freaking him out. Then, as he exits the classroom, take a look at what happens.
I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. Do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there. Shit. Just ooh, okay. See, no.
Interestingly, the balloon could be seen following the janitor around the hallway, much to his discomfort and terror. Then, about a minute or so later, he then sees this, which is equally freaky.
It just blows my mind. What?
I don't give a shit!
Ooh! No, I can't. Ooh! No, I can't. Ooh! No, I can't.
What in the world could possibly be going on here? Do you think that there's some sort of paranormal entity roaming the halls of this school? If so, why is it targeting this innocent janitor? It seems that
Where
we may
in
never
the
know
world
the answer.
is...
Ooh! No, I can't.
Over on the UFO subreddit, a user named Li Wu Tang shared a video which was filmed in Houston, Texas, and depicts some seriously weird occurrences in the sky that will make you scratch your head. The uploader explains that at the time of recording the video, she was walking her dog at precisely 9:11 p.m., which is when she suddenly noticed something incredibly strange.
What?
in the sky.
9/11?
Take a look and see what she captured.
Oh, that's crazy. Did you just notice that? Did you just notice those?
I thought there were drones at first, but they don't make any sound.
Wow, that's nuts. Wow.
There's another one right there.
Oh, they're kind of like lining up too. What? They're so fast. Huh.
Judging by the extremely grainy nature of the woman's video, it's fairly safe to assume that the video in question is indeed real. Whether or not it is alien aircraft
What?
floating around in the sky,
What does that have to
however,
do with
is
it?
definitely up to interpretation. It is quite interesting that all of these lights in the sky just started moving together all at once like that. If those were not UFOs, then it is definitely something that would be hard to explain. But what are your thoughts? Is this footage of alien aircrafts flying around late at night? Or is this just some weird light display of sorts? Leave your theories in the comments. This Reddit user was at home just trying to use the bathroom in peace when he got a rude awakening from beyond. Take a look at the footage and be sure to turn your volume up.
Hello? Hello?
That definitely appears to be some sort of voice that says the uploader's name, and it definitely seems as if whoever said the man's name is coming from somewhere very far away, interestingly. The uploader also wrote, Quote, "First, sorry for the mess. Second, I don't know how to make the audio clearer or turn my dog's claws on the hard floor down. So if you know how to do that, then that would be amazing." It doesn't sound like my name in the playback footage, but it sounded like my name. It took me a second to register what I heard because my fiancée was still another 20 minutes away from home. I'm 95% sure it wasn't my dogs, as you can see the one react and it doesn't sound like their whines. What do you think? End quote. If you have any theories as to what was going on in this video, please feel free to leave a comment below, because this is quite eerie indeed. I wouldn't want to hear my name called by an unknown entity next time I go to the bathroom.
Just like stuff.
This next video comes to us from a TikTok account known as Voided One, and is one of the most unsettling and heart-stopping videos that you will see in quite a long time, guaranteed. A woman named Odette Morales is riding around in the irrigation river channels in their local town to relax and cool off on a hot summer day along with her friends. In the video, we can hear a crowd of fellow riders screaming with joy while riding the smooth but exciting ride. But as you will soon see, this fun boating trip soon turns into an absolute nightmare in broad daylight.
What?
Odette's ride through the water is going well when all of a sudden we can see what looks to be a man swimming or floating closer and closer to Odette's boat ride before she eventually ends the video, more than likely so startled by what she just saw that she had to stop filming. It is worth noting that about 5 years prior to this video's upload date, a man allegedly died in this exact same canal as a result of drowning. So it begs the question, is this the spirit of the man coming back to haunt, or maybe just to warn off other potential riders? It looks like that may be the case. Next up, we have a video titled, "This is from a friend's home security camera. No one was home." Published by user HanBrolo92, the video seems to be perfectly normal for the first couple of seconds, as we observe the living room / kitchen area of somebody's house. And out of nowhere, something eerie happens if you look at the door across the room. What makes this clip a little more believable is the fact that nothing incredibly crazy happens in it. It doesn't seem like the type of video somebody would create in order to generate views or anything, as it is merely an alleged ghost closing a door. Furthermore, something else that makes it seem authentic is the fact that the door doesn't just simply move slightly, it completely closes shut. That being said though, this could also have been some sort of trick done by somebody off camera pulling on a string or something like that. Whatever the case may be, it is nevertheless a thought-provoking video. Be sure to tell me what you think the true nature of the video is down in the comments below. In this YouTube video posted by a channel known as Rockline Do Not Cross on June 16th, 2012, a group of friends are driving around late at night in France, just trying to enjoy their night when they see something utterly startling. The footage initially appears to be relatively normal in nature, but that all changes within the blink of an eye. Take a look at the footage and see for yourself.
Et alors, super saxo chrono. Super saxo chrono. Oh, le trottoir. Ça marche. Ça, c'est de la puissance. Et on va faire. Hey, mec, c'est quoi ça? Quoi? Où? Quoi? Mec, c'est quoi ça? C'est quoi? Oh putain! Oh, attends, fais demi-tour! Fais demi-tour, mais t'es malade! C'est quoi? Oh putain! Attends, oh, mais ça se trouve, c'est quelqu'un! Ici. Oh, ça se trouve, c'est quelqu'un! Waouh! C'est quoi ça? Non. Ah, mais elle est psychopathe, la gonzesse. Attends.
était dans le virage. Ouais, elle était là. Ouais, mais c'est pas. Ouais, elle est dans le chemin. Vas-y, viens, on va voir. Viens, on va voir. Vas-y, viens, on va voir. Vas-y, vas-y.
As they drive down the road in the middle of the night, they see a woman wearing a white dress standing on the road, which causes them to get extremely scared and they then panic. They then decide to turn the car around a moment later to see if the woman needs help, presumably, but when they turn around, they discover that the woman is no longer there and has seemingly vanished into thin air. Could this be the ghost of a woman who passed away on this very spot, or was it a hoax? To this day, this odd mystery has not been solved, and it's probably never going to be solved either. Sometimes the most terrifying things happen when we least expect them. The Daily Dan blog is a small channel that focuses on Dan's life, and on this channel you can find a wide variety of content ranging from vintage comic book collections, outdoor investigations, and a lot more. In this video published to his channel in March 2021, Dan is outside with his dog when it proceeds to continuously bark at something unseen off into the distance. Both Dan and us as viewers are left to wonder what the dog is barking at, but not for too much longer.
What the dog doing?
Obviously, because of the figure's extremely tall height, many people in the comments as well as Dan himself believe that this could be the elusive Bigfoot. What else could be this tall and lurk around the woods? Of course, since Bigfoot has never been proven as 100% real, this video may have just captured some other tall creature in the forest. But who knows? Maybe Dan has captured authentic footage of a Sasquatch. This next video was posted to the UFO subreddit by a user known as Crew Chief, and it has been the topic of discussion online for the past few weeks since its initial upload. The upload also provided a statement alongside the video that reads, quote, "First off, I have no idea if this has been posted or debunked already, so my apologies if it has. I stumbled across this video and it said it was posted about 17 hours ago. The video was filmed somewhere in Peru. It is very interesting to say the least. The only thing that makes me wary is the lights on it. Posting to see what you guys think. Given all the crazy claims coming out of that country lately, I figured I'd add to the madness." End quote.
¡San Rafael! ¡A ver, todo! ¡Por ahí está yendo ese! ¡Es extraterrestre! ¡Ya! ¡Ahí ya saquen escopeta!
Just by watching the video, it definitely seems as though there is a triangular-shaped UFO floating around in the night sky, but then again, it's hard to say for sure what this is. The lights all seem to be legit, and the way it casually hovers around in the air all seem quite characteristic of a UFO, but then again, perhaps this is really something else. As for what exactly, who knows? What do you make of this extremely creepy and weird video? Do you think that this is actual footage of a triangular-shaped UFO hovering around in the sky, or something else entirely?
What do you think? What do you think it is?
On October 15th, 2010, a YouTube channel known as In Shock 2010 uploaded a highly unsettling video that has terrified the internet ever since. The uploader swears that the video is 100% real and nothing in the footage was altered in any way. The uploader gives some context, stating, quote, "Over several weeks, strange things and noises kept happening in the dining area. I decided to place a security camera. At the beginning, I kept thinking it was a small wild animal, like a raccoon or something similar. After 13 days of continuous recording, nothing was captured. Until the night of October 11th, 2010. I didn't believe it." End quote. Let's have a look at the video.
Guys, can a ghost be a ghoul or a goblin?
As you can see, some sort of bizarre alien-like creature can be seen spotted at the window outside of this man's house in the middle of the night, trying to pay him a visit for some reason. What do you make of this downright weird video? Do you think that the creature in the footage is indeed an alien, or is it something else altogether, such as a hoax? Let me know in the comments below. A TikTok user named Andy Winehouse shared 2 videos to his account, both of which have been creeping viewers out immensely. In the video, Andy states that he has been hearing some strange sounds inside his house. But these are not sounds such as things falling to the floor or doors creaking. What he has been hearing is, somehow, his own voice calling to him from other parts of the house. Take a listen to this.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. When I talk to you. Come here.
The voice proceeds to urge him to come here, while Andy can only stop and listen in complete disbelief before walking back to his room and locking the door behind him. In the second part of the video, it is shown that even in the comfort of his own bedroom, Andy cannot find a sense of safety and peace, as a series of loud scratching noises can be heard right at his door. He says that he has a cat, but insists that there is no possible way his cat could make the noise he is hearing. Have a listen.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing. You can literally hear it. You can literally hear it. No. What the f***? My God. No.
Ever since these videos have been uploaded, viewers have been
Cat's just
scrambling to
standing there.
come up with a logical explanation for what could have happened here. Some theories suggest that this was a setup and Andy is simply playing a recording of his voice from another room to make it sound like another version of him is calling out to him. But even if that was so, it still doesn't explain the terrifying clawing noises coming right at his door. At the end of the second video, Andy even opens the door and finds his cat simply sitting there, proving that his pet was not the culprit. To this day, Andy's scenario remains a complete mystery. What would you do if you heard your own voice calling out to you? Nick Karadamos and a couple of his friends can be seen wandering around an old and abandoned hospital that they work at that was built in 1915 in this TikTok video published on July 9th, 2020. It's made clear from the opening of the video that something has recently captured their curiosity as they start to pull out their cameras and begin to search the area to see if they can spot any paranormal activity. Lucky for Nick and his friends, or unlucky depending on how you view things, they don't have to wait long to get anything creepy on camera.
Or unlucky.
You see it? It had arms. No, those are arms.
Oh my god! Oh my god, it's a real person.
No, those are arms now. No, those are arms. No, those are arms.
Guys, I can't get over here. We're staying in the wrong spot.
No, no. I don't care. Those are arms.
She has the sun hat on, I see it.
I don't care. Those are arms.
She's looking at me.
Skeptic or not, it is definitely hard to dispute the fact that you can see somebody watching Nick and his friends from a higher up window. Whether this person is a shadow figure, a ghost, or just an average person has never fully been answered. Many commenters on this particular TikTok video are thinking that somebody could have wandered in the building and got lost, or it could be a homeless person. If you head on over to Nick's TikTok account, there hasn't been any follow-up video to this particular one published to his page. So for right now, we will have to think for ourselves what happened directly after Nick filmed that chilling video. Dr. Jordan A. Muller of At Death's Door Paranormal Investigations sent me an email recently along with an extremely creepy video filmed inside of a New York office building. The email reads as follows, quote, "This video was forwarded to me by one of our New York members of At Death's Door Paranormal Investigations and was sent to him by a security guard who wished to remain anonymous to retain his job. He, the guard, was watching the CCTV monitors for the high rise, where he was employed on the night shift, saw this on one of the monitors and pulled out his phone to record what he saw. No further information is available on the location of this incident, except that the guard had told my New York member that a girl that worked in that office building had allegedly taken her own life after being terminated during a staff reduction a year before." End quote. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at the video in question.
Okay.
The video definitely shows some sort of a strange ghostly apparition standing in an office building, seemingly completely still. The figure has no discernible facial features,
No, that's real.
but it does seem to be that of a female. Because this video is so short, it's hard to say exactly what this figure is and whether or not it really is the ghost of the deceased former staff member of this company. But it is certainly something to keep in mind. Regardless, this is still a truly chilling video and one that you're surely going to be thinking about when you go to bed tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of people on the internet get a thrill out of visiting and exploring various different abandoned haunted houses in the world, and it's not hard to see why. For the adrenaline junkies, it can prove to be a very creepy and exciting experience, and there's certainly an audience for it. Reddit user Brass Ninja shared the following video clip over on the popular Ghost subreddit and stated, quote, "I took this video while patrolling as security at an allegedly haunted house that is currently used as an office for a real estate company." End quote. Before we go into this video, I advise you all to turn your volume up in order to hear it.
Oh
Now
shit, turn that volume up.
Let's take a closer look at what Brass Ninja captured on film.
Okay, it straight up sounds like there's somebody upstairs. And there's nobody here.
The creakiness of the upstairs floorboards mixed with the strange whooshing sounds are spine-tingling, and I can't even begin to imagine how much creepier this must have been to experience in person. By taking a quick look at the comments, it appears that a lot of other Redditors agree that this is indeed a very chilling video, and people are debating what exactly was causing those sounds, as well as the flickering lights. Let's hope that Brass Ninja never has to encounter this creepy phenomena again. A Reddit user named Genuine Intrigue posted an extremely creepy and eerie video to the Ghost subreddit just a little over 5 months ago.
Very
and ever since
creepy.
then, it has been the subject of much debate and speculation, as you will see why in just a moment. The video in question seems to be some sort of security camera footage filmed in the uploader's backyard late at night, and starts off simple enough. There doesn't seem to be anything creepy happening here, at least not for a bit. But then, in just a matter of seconds, something absolutely terrifying happens that has been freaking out the homeowner ever since he reviewed the footage the next morning and saw what he ended up capturing. Take a look. If you look hard enough, you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of ghostly apparition slowly walking across the uploader's backyard before it ultimately disappears into thin air. By taking a look at the figure, it's apparent that it looks like a ghostly figure, which it seems everyone in the comments agrees upon. But is it real? To this day, this eerie video has not been explained, and it looks like it may never be. Sometimes the creepiest videos are ones that have the most simplistic of titles. The following video is no exception.
The video,
This
I took at the lake
is the title of this short 15-second clip uploaded by the user YourFriend16. For the first couple of moments, it seems as if somebody is just recording a nice view while they are enjoying their day at the lake, but in a matter of seconds, everything takes a turn for the worse. Watch and listen. I would like to imagine that anybody that was in the area that day and heard that scream would be leaving the lake immediately and going home. There's no explanation as to what that scream was and who it came from, but it is without a doubt hair-raising and chilling. And it's a scary reminder that sometimes some of the creepiest things happen in broad daylight. Could this possibly be the sound of some unknown creature that we are yet to discover? Or do you believe it to be something more easily explainable, like an animal native to the area? Either way, I think we can all agree that this is a truly eerie sound. A Reddit user named Bartanol shared a video on the Ghost subreddit in October of 2021, providing a bit of context along the way, stating, "Our cat has been knocking things over in the night, so I set up a surveillance camera to see what he was doing. The uploader says that his cat's behavior came as a surprise to him because during the day he's typically quiet and rather inactive around the house. When reviewing the footage the next day, he was absolutely baffled.
Sir, that is no cat. That is a Joker poster. What the fuck? This is so stupid. Cat fucking
The
that
cat in
shit
the
up.
video proceeds to walk around the house, minding its own business, when some seriously strange things begin to occur throughout the night, including sudden loud sounds coming from the kitchen, orbs floating around, as well as objects falling to the floor, despite the fact that nobody was in the room at the time of the recording. Later on in the video, the homeowner awakens due to the loud sounds, and he thinks that the cat was the cause of this. But it wasn't until he reviewed the footage later on that he realized that his pet wasn't behind any of this. So what could have possibly happened here? The most likely explanation is perhaps some sort of unseen entity was moving around the house, knocking things over. For what reason? Who knows? But this is definitely a chilling piece of footage that'll give you the creeps. The following video was published to
This'll give you
YouTube
the
on
creeps.
October 26th, 2017 by a user named
We're about to go
Lux
into an
Yang,
ad. No, we did
who
go.
filmed the video in Argentina. Throughout the course of the video, we see Lux wandering around outside,
What?
seemingly searching for something. As for what, however, we don't really have any sort of idea. As he wanders around for a while, he seems to not be finding anything of interest. He eventually turns his back, facing a group of people who panic and start pointing directly behind him, causing him to spin around and see what all the commotion is about. Take a look and see what happens next.
Recorriendo todo, saludo, saludando.
Mirá, 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 mirá. Mirá, mirá.
No, esto de no creer, esto de no creer, vamos. Corran.
Lux begins to run away from whatever is chasing him around, before eventually stopping for a breath. However, whatever is chasing him seems to be quite fast, because it catches up to him rather quickly.
No me lo esperaba, la verdad que no lo esperaba, pero acabamos de ver era como un duende, no sé qué, corriendo, así que vamos a ahí se ve, la verdad que se mueve, está en movimiento, la verdad que Jesús de Nazaret, vamos, corran, agarra al nene.
Luckily, Lux was able to escape the area in one piece and was unharmed. Lux himself theorizes that day, the strange creature he saw with his own two eyes was that of a duende, a humanoid figure of folklore, comparable to goblins, gnomes, or leprechauns. In Spanish, duende originated as a contraction of the phrase dueño de casa or duende casa, effectively master of the house, or perhaps derived from some similar mythical being of the Visigoth or Swabian culture, given its similarity with the tomte of the Swedish language conceptualized as a mischievous spirit inhabiting a dwelling. What do you think? Did Lux actually film a genuine duende in the middle of the day? Was this all just a big setup somehow? Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. Reddit user Ryman8 shared this strange and unsettling surveillance camera footage to the popular ghost subreddit. The uploader explains, quote, "Something set off the security alarm on one of our properties 2 nights ago. This is the footage we found after nothing was stolen." End quote. At first, it looks like any other surveillance camera footage with nothing of real interest happening. But it doesn't take long at all for a strange figure to appear, as well as a door opening sound to be heard, and then just a moment later, the homeowner's alarm goes off. If this happened to me in my house, I would be absolutely terrified, and I would be wanting to move immediately, or at the very least, I would get very little sleep for the next couple of days afterward. Seeing as how this is a very recent Reddit post, the uploader has not
at the very least,
any
I would just
additional
probably not
information as to
sleep
this
as much.
incident. But hopefully, he will get the answers he needs in the near future. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill has quickly risen to be one of the most beloved and well-respected channels in the urban exploration community on the platform, with his highly in-depth and interesting videos that focus on him as he ventures out to various different abandoned and haunted places, such as schools, churches, mansions, and more. In one video published to his channel on May 19th, 2021, Chris heads out to the St. Joseph Riverside Hospital located in Warren, Ohio, and as you probably expected, this place is allegedly haunted. As soon as Chris enters the building, it's immediately clear that this hospital has seen far better days. Debris lines the floor and the walls seem to be in rough shape, but it doesn't take long at all for something freaky to happen. Look at this. Afterward, Chris continues his exploration in the quiet hospital and seems to be lucky in that he doesn't come across anything creepy for a while, but that all changes close to the 30-minute mark. Upon hearing that strange noise, Chris has a look around the area but is unable to find where the source of the noise was coming from and decides to press on. Just a couple of minutes later, a couple more terrifying things happen that are completely unexplainable.
What is that?
Shortly after this, Chris decides to call it a day and leave the building, and I certainly don't blame him. Whether or not he will go back to the St. Joseph Riverside Hospital is up in the air, but one thing is for sure, it's definitely not the welcoming hospital that it once was. In October of 2021, a man named Corbin Finn uploaded an extremely creepy video to his TikTok account in which he explains that he works at an old urgent care facility that just recently got shut down. He says that he isn't quite sure why the place even closed down in the first place, but he mentions that he finds the building to be quite spooky. He says the reason why he is there is to be looking for a leak somewhere in the building. However, while filming, Corbin ends up filming something genuinely terrifying that he could have never guessed would have happened that day. Take a look and make sure your volume is up.
Real spooky place. Another bathroom. Another bathroom.
Corbin doesn't end up hearing the extremely freaky voice and proceeds to continue on with the video, walking around various different areas of the urgent care facility. About 30 seconds later, Corbin is showing off the shoe rack room when he ends up capturing something perhaps more terrifying than before. But this time, he does notice it.
Be upstairs, had to put your shoes in this little cubby. After some further investigation, there's no one else in this building. I've heard someone go down those stairs though. So,
of course, upon witnessing this, it's clear that Corbin is quite unnerved, and understandably so. But before he can leave the building and call it a day, he's in for one last good scare.
There's a stage up here, looks like a couple of altars next to him. Creepy. Okay, now I'm getting the fuck out of here. That was it.
After hearing this bump, Corbin proceeds to race his way to the exit of the building and manages to get out of there in one piece. But the question still remains. What exactly happened in the urgent care facility that day? We may never know the answer. The following piece of footage was recorded on September 6th,
Dude took his shoes off and stood out
at
a trailer.
7:52 p.m.
AJB.
in Maury Point, Pacifica, California. The footage in question initially
Yo,
appears to be a
Pacifica.
beautiful video of the sunset,
I love this
but in
place.
just a few moments,
It's real.
the video's true unsettling nature is about to be revealed. Did you see that? A mysterious orb-like object can be seen floating around the sky at random before the video eventually ends, leaving us all to wonder what exactly we just saw. A lot of people theorize that the object in question is none other than a UFO, which definitely seems to be a likely explanation, but if it's not a UFO, then what could this possibly be? I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this one, so be sure to let me know your thoughts. This final video is another throwback one, posted to YouTube by an account owner named SigaTube on April 27, 2009. The backstory provided by the uploader reads as follows, quote, "My grandpa lived with us until he suddenly died 2 months ago. We put away his beloved rocking chair, and sometimes we hear strange sounds from our attic. Tonight I'm alone in the house, and the sound started again, and I went to check. This is what I filmed." End quote. Now with that out of the way, let's take a look at the video together and see what we find. As you can see, a chair can be seen mysteriously rocking all on its own up in the attic, before it eventually turns in a vigorous manner a second or two before the video abruptly ends. A lot of commenters believe that the footage is 100% genuine and shows proof of ghosts existing. But what do you think? Do you think that this video actually documents a ghost messing around in someone's attic trying to scare them? Or is this some sort of video effect?
Yes.
Obviously, something like this could easily be faked, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was faked. Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below. A user named TrainsLord posted the following clip to the Ghost subreddit. The uploader explains that he and his friend recorded this video a couple of years ago while they were high and never really looked at it afterward. He says that he was randomly scrolling through his photos and videos on his phone very recently and decided that he would finally watch the footage. What he saw terrified him.
Hi, kids.
The continuum of time. The continuum of time.
Did you see it? If you look just carefully enough, at around the 9-second mark, a terrifying figure can be seen peeking at the camera from behind the door. Who exactly could this be? Sadly, since the figure is only shown very briefly, it's quite difficult to make any clear features out. Let's just hope that these two friends aren't living in a house with an uninvited guest. German McLaren says that he works at a warehouse, and when he got there in the morning, ready to start the day, he expected it to be just like every other workday. He approaches the warehouse door, places the key in the lock, opens the door, and heads inside. But it's right here in which German immediately notices something freaky inside the warehouse. What could it be? Well, let's have a look. Although very brief, as soon as German opens the door, you can make out what appears to be some sort of a shadow figure quickly moving by, and throughout the remainder of the video, a creepy whistling noise can be heard. It's crucial to point out that German says that at the time of filming this video, he was supposed to be the only person in the warehouse at the time. So who was this mysterious whistling entity? Of course, another important question is why was German recording himself entering the warehouse in the first place if he didn't know something like this was going to happen in advance? Perhaps it was just a crazy coincidence that he decided to film himself on this particular day heading into work. But what do you think? Is this real or fake? And if you think it's real, who is this strange whistling shadow figure? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Over on the Ghost subreddit, a Reddit user named LividXQ1640 shared a video titled "Abandoned House I Spotlighted." The video begins with the uploader driving in his car down a dark and creepy road late at night, before spotting the abandoned house off to the left. As he pulls up outside of the house,
well, maybe it wasn't abandoned.
It is completely abandoned and has definitely seen some better days. But just as the uploader and his friend in the vehicle are about to investigate further, something scares them away for good. So, what is it? Well, let's take a closer look.
There it is.
I don't know.
Holy f***.
What?
Yo, go, 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 go. Holy f***.
What?
Yo, go, 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 go.
The moment the uploader saw this strange figure in the house, his immediate reaction was to tell his friend to drive away ASAP, which seems like a genuine reaction. But it still begs the question, who or what was inside that abandoned house? Was it a squatter? Was it a strange ghost or creature? Or was this all a hoax? Let me know what you think in the comments. Lots of people around the world take babysitting jobs as a way to make some extra money on the side in order to pay for some bills. Not too many people actually enjoy doing it, but it makes for some solid money if you're in a bind. A man on TikTok named Tanner Shelton found himself the babysitter of a couple of kids one night. But unfortunately, he also found himself in the middle of something genuinely unnerving. In this first video, Tanner explains that it's currently 10:30 at night and he has put the kids in bed, and that's when he started to hear some laughter coming from somewhere in the house. Tanner says that he got a little bit mad because it was the third time he told one of the children that he needed to go to bed because he has to wake up early to go to school in the morning. However, Tanner got a little weirded out when he realized that the noises were coming from the baby's room. He checked the baby monitor and was absolutely appalled to see this.
The baby room.
In the follow-up video, Tanner says he immediately ran upstairs to go check on the baby, and thankfully it was completely fine. This video may just seem like a quick update video and nothing more, but take a look behind Tanner and see if you notice anything unusual.
Alright, here's an update on my last TikTok. Okay, so I ran upstairs to check on the baby, and she was fine. I didn't tell the parents because I didn't want them to think I was crazy. And I'm not a superstitious person, but ever since then, I felt off.
In a third video, Tanner says that after a few days after the first video was published, he says that the parents called him and told him something had happened to the baby. He then showed them the video, and it ended up being on the news, with reporters believing a person abducted the baby. However, Tanner says that he can't help but feel as if this whole incident was supernatural in nature. What do you make of these creepy videos? Do you think this was a spirit or something else entirely? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Published on April 20th, 2016 by YouTube user An Everyday Canadian, this video starts off with a man explaining the creepy situation that he has found himself in. He says that he was upstairs when he started to hear strange banging sounds coming from his basement. He explains that it isn't a laundry machine, since the machine doesn't make the sound that he is hearing, and it isn't anybody else, since his kids are asleep upstairs. As he slowly begins to descend into the dark and dreary basement, he suddenly hears a loud cracking noise, which startles him. Walking around all by himself, his panic starts to set in, as he only has a small light to help him see where he is. When out of nowhere, something strange happens. Take a look.
Holy shit. Oh, what the f is that sound? Like, holy shit. Like, I don't even want to go down there. Holy shit. It's f***ing dark. Hold on, guys. Let me just get my light on here quick. Holy shit. This is freaking me out. Holy shit. Oh, God. I hate basements. My laundry machine just stopped. It's just me in the basement. Holy crap. What the f was that? What the f? What the f?
The strange, small, toy-like object appears in front of him and gets knocked over in a wild and chaotic manner before the video ultimately ends. What's weird though is that this channel uploads fairly consistently, with the latest upload being from just a few weeks ago, although no update video regarding this situation has ever been uploaded, causing some people to suspect this to be nothing more than a hoax. But what do you think? Was it staged?
Anyways, yeah, that happened, but we came back. We were okay.
Tell me your thoughts in the comments. A lot of paranormal YouTubers will upload videos of them exploring and documenting themselves, exploring an abandoned house, church or school. But you rarely ever see anybody exploring an abandoned barn. But Traver Sa did exactly that in December of 2020, to truly chilling results. As soon as Traver so much as peers his head inside the barn, he hears something terrifying. Listen to this.
Сейчас вот вышел, и шумит кто-то непонятно. Эй! Эй! Сука, тварь ебаная.
Actual goblin.
Эй! У!
Obviously, he is a bit hesitant to explore inside after this, so he carefully explores the outside area a little bit more. Just when it seems as though the noise is gone away, he hears yet another sound that freaks him out. Just a minute later, Traver peeks his camera into a crevice in the barn and captures something very odd and disturbing. But judging by the fact that he had no reaction, he probably did not see it at the time of filming. Towards the end of the video, he is able to capture something very similar.
Real monsters.
Traver never actually enters the barn all the way, and I absolutely do not blame him. If the sounds coming from within weren't enough to convince him that there was somebody
also, you guys voted that
hiding in there,
ghost
then the creepy face appearing every once in a while definitely did. What do you think was hiding in this barn? Was it a deranged person?
Why is that?
A creepy animal? Or something else entirely? Be sure to let me know all your ideas in the comments. A man named Chris runs a popular YouTube channel, Urbex Hill, which typically consists of uploads relating to him exploring creepy and abandoned places, many of which are haunted. In this particular video, he's exploring an incredibly chilling, abandoned, and allegedly haunted area that he's referring to as the back rooms, which proves to be quite terrifying, as you're about to see. About 9 minutes into the exploration, Chris eventually makes his way into a particular area of the building that he says is noticeably colder in that section of the building, which freaks him out. Despite this, Chris presses on and decides to continue with the investigation, which might not have been the best choice. At one point, he explores this section of the building when this happens.
That was loud.
What's interesting here is that upon hearing that loud noise, Chris says that he suddenly felt very sick, which just makes you wonder what dark dread the building inhabits. At the end of the video, we are shown tons of creepy moments for you to enjoy.
Did you hear that?
Finally, this moment from earlier in the video captured something unnerving that I'm sure no one caught on their initial viewing. Thankfully, Chris makes sure to get out of there as fast as he can before things get even worse than they already were. To this day, this is definitely one of Chris' more interesting exploration videos, and one that's loaded with tons of chilling moments. How did Chris suddenly get sick? What did he see down there that day? Who or what was keeping him company? These are all unsolved questions that will likely remain unsolved. A Reddit user posted the following strange video to the internet that seems to capture something legitimately bizarre outside his dad's workplace, courtesy of a piece of security camera footage. The footage initially appears to be relatively normal in nature, but it doesn't take long at all for this quite mundane and ordinary video to take a seriously strange and eerie turn. Take a look. All of a sudden, a strange apparition, or perhaps even two apparitions, can be seen walking in the road directly in front of the security camera, walking in a strange and unsettling manner, which seems to be the consensus for commenters as well. As for what exactly these entities are is anybody's guess, but it's clear that there is definitely something there. To this day, this video has not been given any concrete explanations, which just makes things even stranger. The likelihood of this video ever being solved is quite low, unfortunately, but we can always hope for an answer one day. Either way, this is still a creepy video that won't be forgotten anytime soon. The Paranormies are back at it again in their newest video, and this time they are exploring and conducting an investigation at the Sinister Farm, which is said to be an incredibly creepy and haunted place. When they arrive at the farm, it is already dark and gloomy outside, and they have only flashlights to rely on in order to see things. They begin to look around the outside of the
Paranormies,
house, but they miss something genuinely terrifying in the top window that appears and disappears just as quickly. Take a look.
This place, all the glass is shattered and stuff.
So it's got to be that window?
It'd be that window, barn. Shine the light back here.
A couple of minutes later, they are inside of the farmhouse now and are making an attempt to communicate with any potential spirits in the house. One of the men asks the spirit to say the word farm if they are in the room. He hears a voice and then asks, "Who are you?" The response he gets is utterly chilling.
Yeah.
If that was you, can you say farm?
Who are you?
Demon.
Demon.
That's a clear demon.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Towards the end of the video, one of the crew members is in the upstairs area of the farmhouse and is looking around the incredibly quiet and eerie room, when all of a sudden, the room is no longer as silent as a mouse.
Boy.
Boy.
Johnny.
Did you hear that? What was that?
I heard something.
It was this light bulb, dude.
A light bulb.
Look. Oh my god.
That wasn't already there?
No.
The group is just about ready to leave not long after, understandably so, but before they can, they are given one last scare by the spirits in the house.
Grab this camera. And then let's
Table tipping.
yeah, I kinda wanna just show.
Is that what it's called?
It's called table tipping, yeah.
It is? Okay. I didn't know if I had like an official name or something.
Okay, yeah, so I kinda wanna set up a camera in that corner there, and I wanna set up a camera either in this corner or Stop.
Dude, what was that?
What?
The sinister farm is undoubtedly one of the creepiest farms I've seen in a while on the internet. And it's a good thing that the paranormies didn't get harmed or too terribly frightened during this investigation. Let's just hope that if they do come back for another video, they are not going to be harmed by these spirits.
Stop.
Dude, what was that?
Our last video comes to us from YouTube by a man named Rocky Mills, who has been hearing creepy noises coming from several places within the house that he was working, which makes him believe that there could be somebody living there. As he proceeds to walk around various different rooms in the house, he begins to get a little bit freaked out, which is understandable. However, a couple of minutes later, he hears a scary noise that causes him to drop the camera in the room and race out of it to see if anybody is moving around in the house.
Doing this cabinet crown. And I think there's a squatter in this house. I think it's in here. Hello? The heck is that? Hello? Who is it?
Who is it? I don't know, man.
The camera stays in the same spot for several minutes before he comes back to retrieve it, and shortly afterwards, the video ends abruptly. This seems like a very realistic video, as nothing overtly chaotic happens in it. We hear some creepy noises, but nothing too outlandish to the point of unbelievability. This could be some sort of ghost living in the house as well, since Mills states in the description of the video that this house was built in the early 1900s.
Maybe it was a
meaning
ghost
that the house
squatter.
could be
I
inhabited
mean, all
by
ghosts
an
are kind of
angry
squatters,
spirit
right?
who is out to get revenge.
You think about it?
What do you think of the video? As always, tell me all of your
True.
ideas in the comments.